Hello and welcome. As you probably guessed, I am MotherAzure, but you can also call me Maria. I'm back again with another pick a card. Now, this one is going to be about just general healing messages that you need to hear right now. I don't have that many cards. They're already picked out because I'm probably going to be doing a lot more channeling in this video, or at least I'm going to try to, so bear with me. It usually takes me a while, which is why I didn't really do it on camera before. Because my camera couldn't record for that long, but this one doesn't have like a recording limit, so I probably shouldn't have an issue. I could cut out the parts where I'm just not talking and just channeling, but we'll see how that goes. Also, this is going to be going up, I think, like right before New Year, so Happy New Year in advance to all of you. I'm very grateful for everyone that has subscribed and is watching my channel. But without further ado, let's get into the piles. So for pile 1, we have a bottle with chamomile. For pile 2, we have a bottle with rosemary, dried rosemary. And for pile 3, we have a bottle with cloves. Hello, if you follow along, this is your reading. So the cards that you got were the Knight of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Four of Pentacles. And then for your oracle, you got Relationship Harmony, Archangel Raguel. We angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. Then you have Joy. To enjoy something, I simply need to add joy to it. Joy is like butter. I can put it on anything and it will make it way better. Today I will add joy to everything. Really slather it on. Today I am the Orville Redenbacher? What? Orville something of joy. And life's popcorn is about to get it. So, like I said in the beginning, if you didn't skip that, I'm going to be channeling a lot more in this reading, which is why I only have these many cards. I do have other cards that I will add later on, but I'm not going to do it if I don't need to. But we'll see how this goes. So this could be coming from anyone, really. First, at the beginning, I intended it to be from your ancestors, but this is going to be different for every one of you. So I feel like you're going to know. So they're already showing me something. So yeah, if they show me stuff, especially people, it tends to be an ancestor. So I'm going to try to describe what I'm seeing. So I'm seeing someone, which I assume this is a woman, wearing a baby yellow dress. And this dress has like tiny, tiny flowers. I'm seeing the back of the dress. So kind of like the part of the color towards the back. Again, only take this if it resonates with you. If they're coming through and this is not someone that you know, it doesn't mean that there's not a message here for you. These are simply the energies that are more obvious to me, that I can read more. So that is the first thing that's coming through. And also these closed shoes, they look like they could be leather of some sort or just a soft material. They remind me a lot of the shoes that my great-grandmother wears, but I couldn't tell you what material they're made of even if I tried. But so the message here that I'm getting, so if that's for you, if there's someone you know, if that's an ancestor of yours, or just a guide that you have, they're here. Again, if there's not one that you know of, doesn't mean there isn't a message here for you. This is just the energy that's coming through right now. So the first thing I noticed here with these tarot, it's like there's a lot of fear or anxiety surrounding change and shifts, because I really do have this Four of Pentacles right here. And for me, the Four of Pentacles, even though it's someone that it's apparently stable in some way or has riches, they are not feeling secure, because the person in the Four of Pentacles is holding this pentacle really tightly, so they're not really secure in what they have here. And this Knight of Pentacles, I wouldn't call the Knight of Pentacles insecure per se, but he really is wearing this heavy armor and really just going slowly with this one pentacle. So it's like very, very careful energy. And I do have this Wheel of Fortune here in the beginning. And since this message is supposed to be healing in some way, I'm going to assume they're not talking exactly about the future. It's more likely that they're talking about the present and things you're dealing with right now. And the reason they're bringing this to your attention is because they want you to heal it, obviously. But the thing that I'm hearing is this careful energy that it's almost overdone, or this anxiety or this fear surrounding change is really stopping you from living your life to your fullest potential. And of course, they don't want that for you. They want you to experience a little bit more joy. I'm hearing definitely, they're actually showing me something that I wrote before that is in my deck of quotes, I call it. It's a deck I made, but it's a message that was given to me from one of my ancestors. And the message, which is coming through right now, it's we'll see if it comes up later, but we'll see, is be alive. And as simple as it sounds, it might not make sense, for up front, but that's a message of just be. You don't have to be thinking about the future. You don't have to think about the past. You just have to live in the now. And they're not blaming you for this insecurity, first of all, because what's coming through here is that you went through a really rough change, which for many of you may have something to do with the loss of a loved one. If you did, I'm sorry for your loss. And this has caused you to not feel, but whatever that change was, it has caused you to not feel like the world is a safe place. And that has led you to, how do I say this? It's like you hold on to everything that you have because you have a fear of losing it. So you don't take big risks, or it's almost like a hoarding energy. I'm not saying that you are hoarding things, although you may be holding on to actual objects that you no longer need, but you're still holding on to them because they have like an emotional value, or just because you want them for whatever reason. It could be literal, but this can also be other different types of hoarding. They could be like emotional hoarding. It could be a spiritual hoarding where you're holding on to emotions, experiences, people, or just anything in your life that has served its purpose already. And at this point, it's just occupying space within your actual home, within your mind, within your heart. And this is because it's occupying the space, is like it's preventing some things from coming in. And I really do feel like they want to, whoever this message is coming from, which I truly believe like that it's coming from ancestors for the majority of you, they're trying to bring you like some blessings, but these blessings, in order for them to come in, they require space, and they also require that you are open to them. If you are in this energy of the Four of Pentacles, you are not really open. You're actually very closed off. You're holding that pentacle right in front of your heart. You're not allowing anything in or out. And I'm hearing live, like live, not like living, like the name L-I-V, like live. I don't know. I feel like that's a nickname, but I don't really know what. Maybe Elizabeth is like the nickname. Take that as it resonates. It may be someone that called you live in some way. I don't really know. Just if it's yours, take it. Again, it's a general reading, so really use discernment here. And also with this relationship harmony card, with Archangel Raguel, this is specific, so only take it if it resonates. If you are in a relationship right now, in a romantic relationship, or just actually, you know what? No, actually in any relationship in your life, but what this is saying, what they're saying to me regarding this card, which is not a message that always comes with this card, is that when the other person wrongs you, you tend to hold on to that, but not like it's not like you hold it over their heads every time they hurt you just to, just to win the argument. It's more like you hold on to it because it hurt you, and it's kind of like you allow it to kind of fester there. And then when a new argument comes up, that kind of explodes because you never really tell them that it bothers you or that it hurts you. And this is, and they're also saying like this is something that there's a reason why you do this. I feel like your emotions may have not been validated when you were younger or in other relationships, so now you kind of like, you don't feel like, I'm hearing specifically like you don't feel like you have a right to feel this way, so that's why you don't bring it up. Okay. But the thing is that when you do that, you don't really tell the other person that it bothered you when it did. And then when it comes up, this person probably feels like they don't really know what to do with it because they didn't know that it hurt you. So now they feel bad, but they also may be kind of upset by the fact that you didn't confide in them to tell them that this bothered you. And it's been causing like obviously a lot of arguments because this is here. So, but they're really trying to help you with this relationship harmony. But they're saying that even though they can help you and they're trying to, the way to get rid of that feeling and those habits is to actually heal them. So they're asking you to question when these habits started specifically. And if you can't remember, just where it could be coming from, just what area of your life or what moment in your life these habits originate, most likely. When did they most likely start, if you can actually remember the case? Because I feel like for some of you went through some type of narcissistic abuse in your younger years, maybe in other relationships as well, but this has really shaped you and how you view relationships and how you view life in general, because like I said, you don't feel safe. For whatever happened, it doesn't make you, it made you feel like the world wasn't a safe place, and you don't feel safe opening up to people, or even feel safe acknowledging your own emotions because you think they are wrong. Okay. So they want you to try to heal that. If you are not able to do this on your own, I always recommend going to therapy, although I know that is not always an option for everyone since therapy is expensive. But there are many, many online resources that are great. We always look for the accredited sites because there's a lot of lies in social media, but like go to like psychological journals, go to the American Psychological Organization Association website, so you can look at studies and stuff like that and see articles, because there is always something you can do for yourself. If you are having these issues with a partner, like I mentioned before, just someone else in your life that is hurting you, but you're not actually telling them, and then you have conflicts about it, because then it comes up, I'm pretty sure that they're willing to help you, and they're willing to be understanding if you let them. Now, that's going to apply for some of you. If this is about a relationship that it's simply not working anymore, they are telling you to let it go. So don't hold on to it if you feel like you shouldn't. Like if the only reason you're holding on to it is because it feels safe to you, or because like you're afraid that no one else is gonna love you or want to be with you after this, they're saying that it's okay to let it go. You don't have to hold on to something that no longer makes you happy. And that applies to everyone in every situation. You don't have to hold on to anything that doesn't actually bring you any type of joy or any type of peace in your life. Okay. Now, I do have this Wheel of Fortune. like right in the middle. And I really do feel like there are good things coming your way. So I don't want you to feel like this thing about you being not feeling secure or safe really makes you jump to like kind of like the worst possible scenario. But they're saying that with this Wheel of Fortune, I always see the Wheel of Fortune as even though the wheel can turn in any way, I usually see the Wheel of Fortune as a very positive change. So they do want to know, they do want you to know that there's not every change that you're going to experience is bad. It may feel scary at first, but they're saying kind of like give your subconscious a chance to be surprised at how good a change can be. Now, I'm not saying go and make like spontaneous life decisions that are very important just to make a change. You can just start really, really small. So let's say that you have a very specific routine that you stick to because it's what feels safe to you. Within this routine, you can change one thing and challenge yourself to do that for 1 week. And then at the end of the week, you kind of reflect back and see, that you were able to do it. And then you are grateful and you congratulate yourself. And maybe you can keep doing that with another piece of the routine. So they just want to show your mind that change isn't unsafe. And also that not everyone is gonna want to hurt you. And yes, there are people out there that are not great, but it doesn't mean that there aren't more people that are good and that would really, really love to be in your life and would love to help you again. Okay, so I'm gonna get the other cards that I have for you because I do want to add those here, see if they have anything else to say to you. They're bringing up like tamales. So if any one of you, like someone in, like if you are from Latin America or anything like that, or if that's significant for you, especially over the holidays. I don't know if they do if they make tamales like over the holidays in some places. I assume they do, but I don't really know. That's really coming up. So maybe there's like a family reunion that is very important for you. Or that is very important for your family, that makes you anxious. Here's the thing. While I would say, I feel like most people would say like, you should go. You're probably gonna be okay. I'm feeling like a very like shaking your head no. If you don't, I'm not gonna tell you to go. I'm gonna tell you to do what you feel is gonna be best for you. Not in the sense of what makes me feel safe out of this fear. Or out of this anxiety, more like what will be more beneficial for you. Is there a chance that if you go to this reunion with your family or your friends, that you are actually going to have a good time and you're just anxious about it? Or are there going to be people that you don't like, that you don't want to see? Then it would be best for you to not go. Really think about it. But think about it not from a place of insecurity. Think about it from a place of what would be best for me, and what would help me grow or have more fun, right now or something like that. So hold on. Let me get your cards. All right. So I'm going to use these. This is a Moonology Oracle. I want to see if they have something to say using these cards. It could be related to what I said already, but it doesn't have to be. Something about levitate is coming up. I said on. I was going to say like maybe the song. Isn't there a song that's called Levitate or like Levitating or something? I don't remember. So take that as it resonates again. So you have luck is on your side. I'm gonna move that up a little bit. I actually want to get another one, I think. Okay. So luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. Oop. I only say, what falls out. If you're curious about how I shuffle, because you don't really see me shuffle like on camera, you know what? I'm gonna take it. I have the explanation of how I shuffle in the description. Okay. So you actually got 3. All right. Then you have it's time to take action, Moon in Aries. Okay. And then you have you're very close to achieving your goal. All right. They're actually, I'm going to read this one from the book because it's coming up. So this is you're very close to achieving your goal. Let me see where I find that, to be honest. You are very close to achieving. This is what? Jibba's moon? Bear with me. Jibba's moon is number 30. Okay. There she is. Okay. So it says, the word gibbous means bulging. What a descriptive word, right? And pulling this card at any time of the month suggests that the situation you're asking about is bulging with possibility and coming to a peak. But this isn't an ending card with a neat yes or no answer. Rather, you're being reminded that some adjustments may yet be required before you get what you want, though you are certainly on the right track, which is hopefully reassuring for you. However, there is also a sense that the situation is a bit tense, so don't push too hard. One false move and the whole thing could blow. That's not meant to scare you, it's just to let you know there's a fuse attached to the situation, so be careful if you choose to light it. Now, the Attune to the Moon statement is, I know that I'm on the right track, okay? And then some additional meanings for this card is, now is a good time to review your plans, keep the momentum going as you move towards your dreams, stay focused. It's a good time to start a new project. You need to get back into good health habits. So if there's anything from that resonates with you, take it. I just felt like I should read that card from here. So, all right. I really do feel like this New Moon in Aries card is like, I truly do believe like it's like the biggest challenge for you. Because like I said, if you have a fear of change, this New Moon Aries is the first zodiac sign, right? So Aries usually signifies a new beginning of some sort. And with this one, like it's time to take action. I feel like this is really out of your comfort zone. But it's like the main thing that I'm getting from these cards is that whoever this message is coming from, they want you to take a more active role in your life. Like they don't want you to just how do I say this? It's like you are not you're more, it's like you're taking a passive role in your life in the sense that you are letting things happen, but you're not really doing anything that you want to do. You hold yourself back in that sense. Maybe you feel, maybe out of a perceived sense of maybe like you're unable to do what you want, or like you're unable to get what you want, or out of this perception that maybe you're not worthy of what it is that you want. But they want you to try something. Just take one action at a time. You don't have to take all the action, okay? You can take one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. They just want you to take some steps. And again, the change could be as simple as taking on a self-care habit that's good for your health. Like they did mention here, like getting back into good health habits, right? But you have luck is on your side, and this is such a positive card to get, because again, with the change thing, I feel like Sagittarius is a sign that is very adventurous, and the fact that it says that luck is on your side is against emphasizing that message that there's good change that could come into your life, but you need to allow it to. Because here's the thing, whatever change that comes in, change is, I would say that in many areas of life, change is usually neutral. Like events tend to be neutral. Like not all events are inherently good or bad. It's more like the way you look at it. If you want to see a neutral event as bad, because that's the perception that you have, you will see it as bad. If you perceive it as good, it's going to be good, right? So they really want you also to pay attention to how you perceive things that happen. Like, are you perceiving things as bad when they're actually neutral? Or, if you're doing that, is it out of fear? What's going on there? They really do want you to they really do want you to self-reflect on this, and they're being so gentle with you. I think like they're really kind of like being careful with their words and the way they approach you, because whoever this is, they really do love you. And especially with this chamomile, like you pick the chamomile. Chamomile is like a great tea or herb to help with anxiety. So if you didn't know that, I would suggest looking into it, see if you can drink it. If you don't like tea, there are other things. There are chamomile balm specifically that are coming up. You know, you put them on your skin. Those are coming up. It is coming. Like, I just got reminded that the Green Witch here on YouTube, like if you are into like doing it yourself, even if you're not into witchcraft, she has, I believe, an anti-anxiety balm somewhere in one of her videos. If I find it, I'll try to remember to link it in case you want to do that. But really do look into that, because I don't think it's a coincidence that you chose this one. And chamomile helps with a lot of things, but one of them that I for sure know of is anxiety, to calm your nerves down. But also I see chamomile as like a luck herb as well. So it's like you're more lucky than you think. I'm going to get the quote cards that I made for you, because I want to get one or two for you, all right? And here they are. I put some like planet correspondences here. I just like making stuff. So we'll see if they want to say anything else to you. That's interesting. I'm feeling like it's like I'm hearing a song, but I'm really not. I don't know what they're saying. But I have this sense of someone singing, but I can't hear anything. I don't know if it sounds like a lullaby of some sort, or, kind of like those songs that old people sing to kids so they like kind of calm down when they're crying and stuff. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Let's see. Anything else you want to tell pile one? Oop. That's a lot. Just one, please. Or two. Because I can't read all that. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so you got... So this could be like almost a mantra for you. So what this says, this has the sign of Venus here. So if you're into astrology, I associate this card with like Venus energy, okay? So because Venus it's about harmony, it's about allowing, it's about peace, in my opinion. Again, it really has to do with relationship harmony. That's really interesting. So this one says, what comes when it comes will be what it is. So again, it's kind of like this carefree energy that they want you to be in. So if you want to repeat this as a mantra, literally you can. This is what by Alberto Cairo, maybe. I believe he's Brazilian, maybe. Alberto Cairo. So it says, what comes when it comes will be what it is. Okay, and I think that's just so beautiful, because they're, like I said, they're being so gentle with you because they want you to be better. And they kind of want you to get out of this shell. So you know how this Cancerian energy, like Cancer is the crab, and they kind of get into their shell, and it takes a lot for them to get out of that shell. That's kind of like the energy that I'm feeling here, even if you're not a Cancer. So they want you to get out of that, but they don't want to push you out, because it's like you have gone through enough. And it's like you deserve to take this at your own pace. But they do want you to do this because it's like they're saying that whatever happened in the past already took away enough joy from you. You don't have to live trapped by it anymore. You deserve happiness. You deserve a better life. You don't have to be trapped there anymore. And in fact, I don't think that you're trapped there anymore. So really do remind yourself that you are no longer unsafe. Okay. And if you are in some way, if you're still in contact with the people that made you feel this way, if it was a specific person, this could be your sign to just, cut ties with them. Because the thing is that I truly don't think that you can heal in the same environment that made you sick to begin with. I truly do not. Even you can disagree with me, that's okay. This is just my view on it, all right? So if your mind, this is coming up as well, like if your mind is very how do I say this? It's like if you were a victim of narcissistic abuse, chances are that you really question yourself and you question your own thoughts, your own beliefs, and your own feelings. And they're saying that like they're gonna try in some way, like they're gonna try to help you make that better. Of course, you too have to do the healing, but it's like they're gonna help you a little bit in that sense. You know, they're gonna help you as much as they can help you with it, because the clearer your mind is, the easier this is gonna be for you. And now, you know, sometimes if you have like mental health issues, if you have a disorder, sometimes having a clear mind is very, very difficult, but they are going to help you, okay, as much as they can. But you also have to help yourself, okay? It doesn't mean that you're alone. It's just taking this responsibility over your own life, because what happened to you is not your fault. However, you do have the responsibility of healing yourself, because I mean, no one else is going to do it for you, are they? It's not fair what happened, but you need to choose between staying in this state of hurt, and staying in this mental space of whatever happened to you, and you know, between that and healing yourself and hopefully having a better life, doing the work, even if the work is painful or difficult, okay? So I think that's all I have for you. Is there anything else you want to say? They're showing me a canary, like a yellow canary, you know what, that type of bird. And they're also kind of like singing the Bob Marley song, you know, Three Little Birds. I really love that song. So maybe you should listen to it if you haven't. But the canary, it's coming up. Is there anything else? They're showing me some type of bread. I know that for holidays, like they like make what's that bread called? I don't know. It's like a loaf of bread that has something in the middle. I don't know for sure what it is. It could be literally butter, but it could be also sweet. So I don't know what that is. I've never seen it. It looks like a very big, like kind of like loaf of bread. It kind of looks like, you know, have you seen banana bread before that's like this big? But it has something in the middle. I don't know what it is. It's just coming up. Again, take it as it resonates. That's just like specifically for someone. Anything else? Okay, they're showing me a big what's it called? You know, one of those big seashells that are like huge, you know, the kind of that they would tell you as a kid, like put it to your ear so you can hear the ocean, that kind of thing. They're showing me that. What? Hold on. Again? I don't know. Something with an S. I can't really hear it. So that's the thing. I'm mostly clairvoyant, but when they say stuff, sometimes I'm like, what the fuck was that? Something with an S, and I believe there's an I after it, but it sounds like either a name of a person or a name of a place, like she something. It's pronounced like the S, even though there isn't an H between the S and the I. It's like it's coming up like a she something. There's a chance that after that I there's a B, but I can't really tell what that word is. So I'm gonna assume it's not even English or Spanish because I have no idea what that means. Anyway, take that as it resonates. So that's all I have for you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Thursday at 12 p.m. EST and occasionally on Sundays. Also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you want. I do have my updates about the channel over there, and I also do occasional readings. If you want to buy me a coffee, I have my Venmo and my Cash App in the description down below. It is never expected, but it is always very appreciated. I wish you the best of luck on your journey and much, much love to you. Bye-bye. Hello here, pile 2 with the dried rosemary. This is your reading. So I have the Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, the Queen of Wands. Then you have for your oracle, you have crystal clear intentions. Archangel Michael, be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. And then you have good things to come. There are so many amazing gifts coming my way. I can't see them now because I respect the general convention of not peeking under the wrapping paper, but they will show up when the time is just right, and that's when I'll remember how much fun it is to be surprised. So I do want to mention that when I was shuffling these cards, this card, this Archangel Michael card, came up once, but I thought it was me that made it jump out because I kind of messed up shuffling. And I also couldn't really tell what pile it fell on, so I put it back and then immediately jumped up again and fell on your pile. So maybe Archangel Michael is an energy that you really connect to, but check that as it resonates, and maybe this message is just extremely important for you. So let's see what healing message this is. This could be coming from, again, anyone. It's just a healing message. I firstly intended it to be from ancestors, but I actually just opened it up so it could be just anyone, any message that you need to hear right now that is very healing for you. So with this, I was going to go into this first, but the crystal clear intentions. Like, now, how do I say this? Because it's like they're being very blunt about this, or at least in the way that I'm feeling the energy. It's like you kind of, I'm just gonna say it. Don't shoot the messenger. It's like they want you to, like, they're saying kind of, it's like this energy of make up your mind, like literally. The thing with the energy of Archangel Michael, he is very I'm not saying he's not loving in my experience, but it's like he's very strict. So if you do connect with him in this sense, like, I mean, he's a warrior, you may, relate to that, because it is being, if this is coming from him or just like a general, like the general energy, doesn't matter. It's like, make up your mind. Let me clarify that this is not an angry energy. They're just being blunt about it. Because what they're showing me is kind of like this back and forth energy, or this pushing and pulling energy within your own life. Where it's like you're kind of ping-ponging back and forth between something. They're saying like, you're not going to miss anything, whatever that means to you. It could be that this back and forth is because you kind of like don't know if there's a choice of some sort. This is between two or more situations, maybe people. It's like you don't know which one is best for you, and you're afraid of choosing one because maybe you're afraid of, like, maybe you choose the wrong one and it's supposed to be the other one and you kind of miss out on that one. If not, it's like when you choose, you pull back because you don't trust your own judgment when it comes to making this decision, whatever it is. It doesn't even have to be a decision. It could just be, well, I mean, it is a decision, but it doesn't have to be two things that are clearly two things between which you have to make a decision. It could just be between you taking action and following an idea that you had and not doing so. Maybe you start doing it one way and you kind of pull back, unmake whatever you did, like your work, and try again in a different way, because it's like you're not satisfied with the end result. And there's this energy of perfectionism that is also coming through right now, which it's not necessarily bad in the sense that I truly do feel like doing the best that you can when it comes to something is important. I would literally say, like, always try your best. But when you fall into perfectionism, you kind of like become very like a very harsh critic of yourself and whatever you do. And there's a big chance that this back and forth that I'm feeling has to do with this perfectionism, because you are not happy with the end result or with the choice or with whatever it is that you're doing. It's like you feel like it's not enough because you don't feel like you're good enough in some way. Again, take this as if it resonates. If this is not for you, if it doesn't resonate, you can pick another pile if you want. But that's coming up very, very clearly for me. Now, we do have this Ace of Pentacles. The Pentacles are physical, and I always see the Pentacles as like taking an idea into the physical, taking physical action towards something in some way, just something that is tangible. So like not just thinking about doing something, it's like actually doing it. Where I would see the Wands as the inspiration, I would see the Pentacles as that inspiration turned into a thing in the physical. Does that make sense? So we do have this Ace of Pentacles, and the aces are always a new beginning. So I feel like this is referring to you taking the first step towards something in the physical and not just in your mind. Okay. So again, if you have this perfectionistic energy, you may not take action. You may come this close to taking action regarding something, but you pull back because you're like, but maybe if I did it this other way, it would be better. Or like I don't have the necessary tools, or like I don't have, like you don't have to think about that. Like the thing that's coming up here is like just take the first step. Overthinking it is not doing anything for you, to be completely honest. And it's like I see this as a good thing because I do have the Page, but then I have the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands for me, it's like this energy of creation and of really kind of following your passions, following what it is that you want to do, and being decisive about it. Because I feel like the Queen of Wands, it's someone who really knows what she wants. You don't have to be a woman. And that is very clear on the actions she has to take to make it happen. And that's kind of like the energy that they want you to be in right now. This is supposed to be like I said, this is supposed to be like a healing reading. And that is coming up here, but that was the first message that I got. So you have the Page of Cups, and I feel like this is talking the most about the healing. So the Page of Cups is usually like a younger energy. You know what I'm feeling here? It's that firstly, no one else is going to make this decision for you, because whatever energy this message is coming from, they're helping you, but they're not gonna interfere for you. They're not gonna decide for you. They really want you to do that on your own. Now, this perfectionism or this back and forth, this indecisiveness that I'm seeing, I really do feel like it's coming from a belief that you are not good enough. And if you are not perfect, that you don't deserve whatever it is that you are going to get from it. Okay. So this is coming again. I'm looking at this Queen of Wands. This could be coming like again from childhood, most likely. But from a mother figure specifically. Because what I'm seeing here, this Page of Cups, I see it as a very playful energy, a very creative energy as well, because I feel like this page has this cup with fish, and it's like he's super happy that he has this fish. So like, this very childlike energy, this innocent energy, but like in a good way, where it's like very happy, very lighthearted. While the Queen of Wands is not that it's a bad energy, is that the Queen of Wands, I can interpret it in so many ways, but one of the ways that I can interpret her is like an overbearing female, or female energy in your life, an overbearing woman, most likely a mother, because especially with compared to, if not a mother, just like a mother figure, compared to the page, the queen is much older, right? So I'm seeing that. So take that as if it resonates. If that resonates with you, there's this thing about fighting for acceptance, and that has cost you. Again, this may be like there could be like an issue with like siblings for some reason. If this resonates with you with like a mother, for some of you this may be related to siblings and having to kind of like compete with your siblings to get attention. And I'm not saying this person is a bad person in and of itself. You know that I am not criticizing. There could have been any reason for why they weren't giving older kids attention. I'm not gonna talk about that, because this is not about them. This is about you. The thing is that, again, this energy that I'm feeling, it's like I can't fuck up. Like, I can't make a mistake. I can't crack under pressure. I can't like I can't allow myself to mess up. I can't do that. And even if you question yourself and you go like, well, why can't I do that? The answer is always like, well, I just can't. Like, if people ask you like, or tell you like, and not everything has to be perfect, you're like, no, yes it does, like in your head, or kind of like the thing is that this is leading to like an exhaustion of some sort, and I'm feeling that intuitively. I'm not seeing it in the cards, obviously, but this exhaustion, this feeling of exhaustion, it's really fucking up with everything here. And here's the thing, you can always try your best, but the thing is that if you continuously try to be perfect, you're only gonna experience burnout, because you're not giving. First of all, you're putting a lot of energy into making a single decision or taking a single step, and then when you have to take the second step, or when it comes time to reap your rewards and enjoy what it is that you accomplished, you can't, because you're so tired from focusing on actually taking this step that you're not enjoying it whatsoever. So I guess that the question that they're making here is as well, are you willing to stay on this path and never actually enjoy like life? Because the thing that I'm feeling here, it's like this is getting in the way of you experiencing peace and happiness. Like your brain is always on the next thing that you have to do, or like the next decision that you need to make. And you may go through periods of working a lot, and then you pull back and you go into like kind of like hermit mode and you don't do anything. So because there's this imbalance that I'm really feeling in this energy. And so they want you to rest appropriately and really look at this belief of having to be perfect, or not being allowed to make mistakes, because that is incorrect. You are allowed to make mistakes. In fact, we all do. So they're telling you to try to become more comfortable with the idea of not being perfect. Now, that's super difficult. You can start in small ways. Like, for example, I do have an issue with this myself, or I used to. And the thing that I did, I am a college student, so I always feel like I have to get an A. Like, if I don't get an A plus, I'm not doing it right? So what I did was, when I got less than an A plus, even when my brain was like, oh, would you look at that? You're not good at this. You don't deserve anything, like blah, blah, blah. I will try to look at my grade and say, like, if I got an 80 something, for example, I'll be like, that's fine. You did great. So, and this is something that you have to like kind of fake it till you'll make it. So you have to force yourself to acknowledge the fact that good enough is good enough. Like, don't let perfect get in the way of your good enough. And the thing is, no one can ever be perfect. That's like, that's unattainable. Perfection is unattainable. We are human. We mess up, and the thing with messing up is that you learn from it. Okay, I want to get more cards for you, so give me a second. So I'm gonna get a few of these. I don't know how many they want to use. I'm not challenging as much as in pile 1, and I'm feeling like there's a chance that this is actually coming like from Archangel Michael himself, because I'm feeling like one energy, or like a very unified energy, if anything. So let's see. So if this is not coming from Archangel Michael specifically, it's from a single guide or a single ancestor for each one of you. But it's like the message, there's not a lot of deviation in the message. That's a lot. I'm not taking that much. I can't read all of that. So this one is, okay. Gotta have one more, please. Emotions are running high, Supermoon. I was gonna say, like, with that Page of Cups, the Page of Cups is very, very, very emotional, because I mean it's cups. So can I have one more, please? You got luck is on your side. Pile 1 got this card. I mean, that I shuffled. Okay, and now that I'm here, I'm just gonna get I have this deck, which is, hold on. These are quotes that I have, and I like to use these, so I'm just gonna get it right now. One of these for you. See what else I have to say. Man. Woo. Just one, please. I don't know. They don't listen to me. Okay. You're like, you take 2 or you take nothing. All right. Sassy. All right. So we have... I have these astrological correspondences here. So this one is I associated with Neptune. So it says, there is no time, there is no death. Life is a dream. It's a wish made again and again and again and again and on into eternity. And I am all of it. I am everything. I am all. I am that I am. So this is by Aaron Green from the series Midnight Mass. And the other one that you got is I associated with like the sun. And this one says, laughter is the language of the soul. And this is by Pablo Neruda. All right. So these could be additional. They don't have to relate to what I just said. I just like using this deck for, healing readings, because that's kind of like what I look to put into my deck. So we have emotions are running high and luck is on your side. It's interesting to me that you got the good things to come and luck is on your side. So again, I feel like there are gifts coming your way, but they're saying that this, like what you deserve, is gonna come regardless of whether you are perfect or not. In fact, it's gonna come in. These gifts are gonna come in just because you deserve them. Like, you don't have to earn what you deserve. Like, you don't have to earn happiness. You don't have to earn food. You don't have to earn moments of relaxation, moments of peace. You deserve those. You don't have to earn them. Whoever made you feel like you have to earn good things in your life, I'm gonna say how I'm feeling it. They're full of shit. I don't care. But you don't have to. Oh, sorry about that. I hit the mic. But you don't, again, you don't have to earn anything. I mean, not anything. Like, you don't have to earn these good things that come into your life. Just you deserve them because you exist. Okay, you just deserve them. You don't have like. There's this quote that's coming up that I don't remember who said it, that it's also part of the deck, but it's not here. It's like, one is loved because one is loved. There is no reason needed for loving, or something like that. It's like, you don't have to earn love. You don't have to earn food. You don't have to earn things that you actually need and deserve just by virtue of being alive. Okay. And I don't care what they told you. You deserve these good things just because you exist. I don't care how many times you have to hear that. You have to hear it again. Scroll back, hear it as many times as you need it. Okay. And there are these emotions that you have within you that you keep hidden because you're so focused on these decisions or whatever it is that you need to do, and on being perfect and on making the right decision, whatever you define as the right decision, that these emotions are stuck in your body. So this is like a psychological thing. I'm not even talking about spirituality here. You could see it in whatever way you want, but in psychology, it is known that emotions are stored in the body. So if you have unresolved anger, for example, you could have a lot of you could feel a lot of tension in your body, and that tension is coming because of the emotion that is stuck, that you never release. So if you never release it, you're gonna stay with that tension until it goes away. That's what it means by feeling your feelings. People are like, oh, just feel your feelings, and you're like, what the fuck does that mean? Feeling your feelings doesn't mean thinking about your feelings. Doesn't mean saying, oh, this, I feel like this because of this and this and this. It's like feeling your feelings is saying, there is tension on my shoulders, and just sitting, trying not to think about why that is, just breathing through it. There's a chance that when you do that, you're going to feel the pain tighten up even more, and then it's going to release. That's what it means to feel your feelings. Feeling your feelings physically, not in your brain. Because when you think your feelings, you're not actually feeling them. You're just thinking them. Okay? So they really want you to as well take time to for yourself, create a safe space for yourself to express these feelings. Do not judge your feelings. Your feelings are valid. That's the thing. Your feelings are always valid. They're always correct. There are no wrong feelings, okay? The only thing that you could say is right or wrong are the actions that you take because of those feelings. That's why self-control is so important. But your feelings in and of themselves are never wrong. They just are. Okay, so they're saying like there's a lot of shame maybe attached to anger and sadness here, and there's a need to heal that, because anger and sadness are not inherently bad, nor are they good. They just are. They are emotions, and when you accept that, you feel a lot more comfortable within your own body, and I would say that you just have a better life, because it's like you're living in shame of things that are human. You are human. You don't have to be a perfect robot or whatever. It's like whatever it is that you do, that you move forward with, whatever you do, you will deserve what you get back. There are things in life that we need to work for, to receive, but it doesn't mean that we have to work for everything or that we have to earn everything, okay? I keep repeating that because I feel like it's such an important part of this message. Whatever choice you make, like both choices or whatever it is that you're dealing with right now, they both have pros and cons. So really the decision here is about what feels right for you right now. Maybe tomorrow it won't feel right. Maybe the day after it will feel right again. But that's the thing. You can't keep waiting until you're sure that this one will feel right forever. So it's just about taking this leap of faith, and going into it knowing that there are still good things coming your way regardless of what you choose, because you have luck on your side. You have good things to come. You have all of this. And I really do feel like you deserve it. That's all I have to say. It's like you deserve it. So is there anything else you want to tell pile 2? I'm hearing a buzzing, like kind of like, damn, what kind of like a dragonfly? It's a dragonfly. So I'm feeling like the buzzing of a dragonfly. So dragonflies may be important for you. Let's see what else. I'm just channeling stuff. See what comes up. So they could be signs or just full messages for you. Let's see. Something about ringing the bell. Ring the bell. Isn't that a song too? There's a song that goes like, what's it like? I don't even know what it says. It's like dun 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 dun. Isn't there like a children's song? I don't even know. That's coming up. I don't know why I'm hearing that. Anything else? They're very clearly showing me like a bell right now. And I'm also seeing like, I don't know if they're cherries or just regular berries, like red berries. But I'm very clearly seeing bells. Oh, okay. So they're saying celebration. So, like they're showing me like wedding bells. Doesn't mean that you have to get married or that you will. It's like, they're just showing me like a celebration. So they're also saying about celebrating the small things, small accomplishments. Really value yourself and learn to, congratulate yourself even for the smallest things, and even congratulate yourself if you don't have the results that you wanted, or if you don't think that you did well. Okay, still congratulate yourself because you tried. All right, but this is about celebrating the many things that you have accomplished in your life, not necessarily goals. Just say like, maybe one day you were sad and you accomplished getting out of bed and eating a meal and brushing your teeth. Like, that's something that you could celebrate. This is about kind of like celebrating the most things in life, to regain some of that joy that you haven't been feeling because of this focus on being perfect or making the right choice. It's like they want you to kind of be a little bit more lighthearted in your life right now. Be more in this Page of Cups energy as much as you can, because your inner child deserves it. You deserve it. And again, just the lightheartedness with the laughter is the language of the soul. So do take time for that, because you deserve a break. And it's just like, just whatever good comes to you, know that you deserve it. Not necessarily because you are perfect or because you did something specific. You just deserve it. So just accept it when it comes in. So like the good that comes in your life, just take it. Don't wonder like, what did I do to deserve this? Like, I didn't do anything. Just don't question it. It's yours. Okay, it's yours. If you're receiving it, there's a good reason for it. All right, so that's all I have for you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Thursday at 12 p.m. EST and occasionally on Sundays. Also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you want. I do all of my updates about the channel over there, and also upload some readings occasionally. If you want to buy me a coffee, my Venmo and my Cash App are in the description down below. It is never expected, but it is always very appreciated. I wish you the best of luck on your journey and much love to you. Bye bye. Hello, people, pile 3 with the cloves is your reading. So I have the 7 of Cups, the 4 of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and then for your oracle I have sensitivity, Archangel Haniel. You are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. And then you have get center. When it gets to be too much, whatever it is, I close my eyes and return to my center. In my center I have the wisdom and tranquility of a favorite animal, so just fill in the blank, holding a magical item, floating through space on a piece of furniture. I really love that card. It's super fun. So If you want to take a second to fill that in, it's actually really funny when you get to the, when you get the end result. So first thing I'm seeing here, again, this could be a message coming from, if you didn't see the beginning, it could be coming from anyone. I first want to limit it to only ancestors, but I'm not doing that anymore. So whatever comes through here, and I actually feel like there are so many different energies. It's like I can't really put my finger on just one. Obviously, this is a general reading, so it's going to be a lot of energies, but sometimes some energies are more there than others, So here's the thing. With this Get Center card and the Four of Swords, I really feel like they have this same energy. The Four of Swords is about returning literally to your center in a way. I believe that that's the case, but it's also taking time to heal. It's this moment of stagnation, but in the meantime, you're healing. So again, this is supposed to be a healing message. So I feel like it's very appropriate that we have the Four of Swords here. The Four of Swords kind of has like a bit of a cryptic imagery because it's like a coffin. You're not gonna die. Don't worry. But you know what I love here is that in the Four of Swords, there are 3 swords up here, like in the Three of Swords, which is a heart stabbed by 3 swords. But in the Four of Swords, they say there's a sword under, like on the bed or whatever this is. So there's a sword right here, and then you have the Ace of Swords. So I'm hearing specifically something. So I'm hearing you are more capable than you believe you are. So if I'm being completely honest, I feel like the main messages coming through for this pile is a need to believe in yourself more and to be more confident in your abilities. Be more just confident in yourself, your ability to make good decisions for yourself, your ability to, just make good choices, to your ability to make your dreams come true specifically. Like that's really coming through right now. I literally heard it. I literally heard, you are more capable than you believe. I literally heard it. So this pile is a lot more about self-empowerment. And I really love that. It's healing, really, because I feel like in the past and maybe even right now, you may have felt lost. And maybe you were even led astray by people because you maybe didn't. I'm hearing something about you not knowing you could say no. Whatever that means to you, take it as it resonates. Or like, this feels like maybe you feel like you shouldn't take a stance for yourself in some matter. Or like saying no to someone made you feel bad, and that led you to experiencing some things that weren't that nice. And it's kind of like you lost, or you never felt the ability to trust yourself to begin with. Now, if the reason you felt like you couldn't say no to people came before you experienced these things, it's more likely coming from childhood. Again, this is like a healing reading. A lot of this is going to be coming from childhood because like our first years are very formative. So whatever happens, it's probably going to stay with us for the rest of our lives if we don't heal it properly. If things are not, if things happen that need to be healed, they need to be addressed because they really do affect your behavior. Like your subconscious mind affects about 95% of your actions. 95. The other 5% is conscious, but 95 is subconscious, okay? So for some reason that's coming up. So I feel like you could become frustrated with yourself at times where you tell yourself, I'm not going to allow this person to do this to me anymore. Or I'm not going to take on this other responsibility because I simply can't. And then you get frustrated with yourself because even though you say that, you still allow that person to continue doing what they're doing. You take on this new responsibility even though you feel like you can't. It's like you betray yourself in a way because you don't feel, it's like you don't feel like you have a right to say no, which is very interesting. If this is coming from childhood specifically, there's a chance that your parents, and I'm talking about parents, like parents are very, very important. Like your parents parenting style is super important, and it really like if it's not a good parenting style, it fucks you up for life. I'm gonna be completely honest here. We need classes about this in like school. I 100% I believe that. If your parents were authoritarian parents, which by the way, it is a psychological concept, you can look into it. So authoritarian parenting, if your parents were like that, there's a chance that you never felt like you had the ability, or like you weren't even allowed to be independent or to make any sort of decision for yourself, because whatever you wanted for yourself, what they said always mattered more. They demanded respect, and for them, respect meant you don't go against what I say. So maybe like since the beginning, you allowed a lot of people to make decisions for you, or to decide what was best for you, because you didn't have a choice. Like you imagine you as a child. How can a child stand up to a parent and say, that is not the best choice for me, I don't want to do this? Like, what child is going to do that? No child is going to do that, right? So it's like you learn that it was just better to listen to them because they're your parents, right? But this really affected you afterwards, and I feel like there's this frustration with you because you're like, why can't I just say no? Why can't I just, stand up for myself in this way? Even though I know I should, I can't do it. It's because you haven't healed that yet. And it's not your fault. It's really, really difficult. I don't want you to feel like it's your fault. But it's coming up for a reason. Like the moment you become aware of this, that's just like the first step towards healing. The first step towards healing is becoming aware of it and admitting it to yourself. Okay? So if your parents were like this, there's also the chance that you're like, no, but my parents were great. Maybe you thought you had like a normal childhood. If your parents were authoritarian in this way, it's not that it's not a normal childhood, because actually, if we're going through, like, if we're thinking about normal, the authoritarian parenting style is pretty prevalent, okay? It's more like when your child is the only thing that you don't know that it's not okay, or that there's an issue with this type of parenting, or that it's gonna, affect you later in life. You don't really know that you're a child, okay? That's what this is coming up, and I want to say it. You know how people, when they have trauma, they're like, oh, but I didn't experience things. Like, there are people in the world that are experiencing things that are worse than mine, worse than what I went through. The thing is that as a child, and also trigger warning, I'm about to say a specific word, so skip forward like 20 seconds. A child doesn't know the difference between sexual assault and emotional abuse, okay? Because the thing is, and what I mean by that is that even though they're different, is the one thing that you know, and they hurt all the same, okay? They hurt the same, and they traumatize you the same, because you don't know, as a child, you don't know that there are worse types of abuse. You are experiencing, maybe it's not even like an active thing, maybe it's neglect, right? But you don't know that there are worse things out there. As an adult, now you're like, oh, but that wasn't that bad. But that's the thing. You're not validating your feelings and how you felt in that moment, because now you think that there are worse things that could have happened. It doesn't mean that what happened isn't, like, it doesn't mean that it shouldn't hurt, because what happened wasn't that bad according to you. For little you, it was very painful, and it was the most painful thing that little you could have gone through, okay? When you don't validate that feeling, those feelings that you have as a result of what happened, you are treating yourself in the same way your parents treated you. That's a lot to take in. I'm sorry. I had to say it because it is coming up. I can't just ignore it. I have to say it. Take a moment in the reading if you need to. And if you don't feel ready to hear all of this right now, you can save it, come back to it later. But this is such an important message. And it just keeps coming. I'm not even looking at the cards anymore. I'm literally looking at I have like a bowl of water right here. I'm looking at it. There's also something here about emotional regulation. We do have the sensitivity here. If you, in fact, experience all I talked about or something similar, you may have issues with regulating your own feelings. So it may feel like, maybe you feel like your emotions should feel like a glass of water, but your emotions feel like an ocean, like a raging ocean, okay? And so you get really... what's the word that I'm looking for? It's like you get really caught up on these feelings because you don't really know how to regulate them, because that is something that you learn in childhood, or that you should learn. Regulating your emotions, you learn this from your parents. If your parents were explosive in their anger, or if they were very emotional in a way that was scary to you, so let's say that they just started bawling their eyes out, and then they were screaming and they were angry, but then they were back to normal. That's really confusing for a child, and it doesn't really teach you self-regulation, okay? So it's like, now is the time for you to get centered. I do have this. So give yourself the time to heal and start with simple practices. Grounding is very simple. We do say this here is like coming back to your center. You're like, okay, what the fuck does that mean? You can look up grounding techniques. One I really like, because it's really simple and I can do it anywhere. I have anxiety, so I use this a lot. It's working with the 5 senses. So you're gonna just sit, breathe, and then look around. Just name things. Just name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, 1 thing you can taste. Just work with your 5 senses, and that should really bring you down, and it can help you calm down these emotions that feel like they're taking you away. Also doing like breathing exercises, just look it up. There are a lot of grounding techniques. They're not that difficult at all. In my opinion, if you're into meditating, or if you have been planning to, this is your sign to do so. Because the thing is that you're not going to be able to regulate these emotions if you don't deal with the emotions that you never dealt with from the past before. Okay, so I do want to say that because it is coming up. I'm gonna get more cards for you. Give me a second. So I'm gonna get some more cards for you. I'm gonna try to get 2. I'm hearing like that song from like Mary Poppins, that's like what's his name? Sweep? Is it the sweep? I don't know. It says winds in the east or something like that. Mist coming in. Like something is brewing, about to begin. Something like that. I feel what's to happen all happened before. Now I see that song as a good omen, but considering what I was just talking about, there's a chance that the reason they're telling you this. I'm hearing something about a grandmother. So if this is something that you experienced, and kind of like your grandmother was like your safe place when your parents were being authoritarian, and when you went to your grandmother, she was very different with you. If she passed on, this is coming from her. So take that as it resonates. I do want more messages here. So like I said, I feel like they're telling you this because there's a chance that these emotions have been coming up lately, or they will be coming up, and they want you to deal with it accordingly. And that doesn't mean pushing them aside. It means sitting down and feeling them, okay? Letting them through, just feel it, just let it happen, okay? And then come back to your center, all right? So let's see if there's anything else I want to say here. Your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. 1 more, please. Those are too many. I did see that eclipse card though, and I want to say this one came up in This one came up in pile 1 too. I've been shuffling, okay? Like this one says you're very close to achieving your goal, Gibbous Moon. Yeah, now that I'm here, I'm gonna get one of these for you. So these are quotes that I made. I didn't make them. I didn't make them. I put them in like these index cards because I really like them. So I wanted to get one of these for you as well. This may not be related to the reading itself, or it may be like an additional message. Okay, so you got. So I put like astrological associations with these, and I put Chiron here. So if you want to look into your birth chart, check your Chiron placement. Chiron has to do with the wound, like the wound of our souls. And a lot of it relates to the inner child. So I would recommend you look into that if you are interested, okay? Now it says, it is in pain that we find the meaning of life. And this was said in Pan's Labyrinth, okay? It's one of my favorite movies ever. So this quote, for me specifically, is talking about, like, even though bad things may have happened, things that were unfortunate, things that hurt you, we can learn from those things, not because you deserve them, just because I truly believe that there's always like a good side to everything, and there's always something to learn. And truly, I feel like if you are here and you've been through all of this that I just said, that you're gonna be like, this ends with me. Maybe you even don't want to have children if you experience that with your parents. It's like, there's something really important here, and I'm tearing up because they just said this. Like, they want you to realize, oh my god, hold on. That there is more to life than what happened to you, and that you always deserve and deserved better, okay? So, fuck. I'm sorry, I really felt that for some reason. So, God, take that as it resonates. So you got, your commitment is being tested and you're very close to achieving your goal. I truly do believe that this is coming now. This is coming up now because there's something very important that you have to do after. I do have this Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords for me is like this clear mind. It could mean communication. It could mean new ideas. But it's a new beginning because aces represent a new beginning. And I really do feel like these are saying, like, in order for you to move forward with this, you need to be in this Four of Swords energy. You need to do the healing. You need to feel the emotions, even if they're painful. And I heard, like, it's like you need to forgive yourself for, acting the way that you do, because again, it is not your fault. Okay, you act this way or feel this way, and are unable to, or you feel unable to say no, or to take a stance in your life, or to stand up to others. Like, that is not something that's your fault. You learned that. Okay, you learned it. And it's literally a defense mechanism, because if your parents were authoritarian, it's like you couldn't say no, and if you said no, you would get like punished. Okay, so this is like you learn to do this to keep yourself safe, and I don't want you to shame yourself for that, because you did the best thing that you could have done to keep yourself safe, and that is never something to be ashamed of. Okay, you did great, and you're still doing great. Okay, so trust in your abilities. Again, that is coming up. Like, you are more capable than you think, because I feel like this Ace of Swords could be a new idea to move forward with something. It could be something related to truth as well, for some reason. For some of you, that could be related to the truth coming up. If there is a parent that you haven't been in contact with in a long time because of the way they treated you, they may try to reach out and ask for your forgiveness. Now, here's the thing. You are not forced to forgive them, or to even say that you forgive them to make them feel better. Okay? What they did is not okay. It will never be okay. And they'll have to live with that. Okay? you can say that you forgive them if you truly do, but don't say that or act like you do if you don't, because that's just gonna further harm your inner child and your heart. Okay, so do your healing first. If they do reach out, and if you don't want to respond to them, you don't have to. Okay, you don't owe them anything. I don't care what they say to you. You don't owe anyone anything. Okay, but there's something good coming later on, but right now they want you to focus on this healing, because it's like you have had enough, like you have experienced enough pain. Now it's time for you to close that chapter, give yourself closure, accept an apology that maybe you never got, and then move forward, because there are new things and better things coming your way. Okay, is there anything else you want to tell pile 3? What's that song that says I'm having the time of my life? Is it? Oh my god, time of my life, is it? Yes. I can't. If I find the song, if you don't know what song I'm talking about, I'm gonna link it. I'm gonna try to remember to link it. But that song, it's coming up for some reason. Like having the time of my life. What? Okay. Anything else? This came up before in another reading, I think, but Libya, maybe. There's like the name of a restaurant. It feels like the name of a restaurant, or like a place that you go to. Joe's something, like Joe's with like an apostrophe. What the? I don't know what that is. Joe's something. But it feels like a restaurant or like a bar or something like that. Maybe you visit this place regularly, or it's important for you in some way. That's coming up. Take it as it resonates. That's really interesting. Anything else? Dalai Lama. Maybe you like listening to things that Dalai Lama like says. I don't know. Anything else? Ooh. Hold on, they're giving me kind of like an affirmation. Give me a second. It's like, hold on. It's like, I deserve better than what I got, and I will receive better, because what are you saying afterwards? Hold on. Because, and I will receive better because I am love, because I am light. Okay, so try to get that, because I already forgot half of it. That was completely channel. Holy shit! I don't even know what I said. What the fuck? Interesting. It's like an affirmation, I think. So take that. I don't know, as it resonates. If you want to repeat it, you can do that. Anything else at all? They're showing me like the that thing from the Matrix, which is like the blue pill and the red pill. So maybe you're planning on watching the Matrix in some way, or maybe you should, because there could be messages in it for you. To be honest, the Matrix is like an insane movie for so many messages. Holy shit. They're showing me like blue pill, red pill, kind of thing. So there's certainly a choice here, to stay as you are, or take the difficult road of healing, because healing is not easy. And I'm not going to tell you that it's easy, because it's not, but it's so fucking worth it. Okay, so that's all I have for you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Thursday at 12 p.m. EST and occasionally on Sundays. Also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you want. I do have my updates about the channel over there, and I also put out readings occasionally. If you want to buy me a coffee, my Venmo and my Cash App are in the description down below. It is never expected, but it's always very appreciated. I wish the best of luck on your journey, and much love to you. Bye bye.